I was 24 years old when I started working at the police department as a Muslim chaplain. And the uniform in and of itself just commands a lot of respect. Everyone's calling you sir. You have men who are twice your age who stop everything to salute you. There was times I walked in the bathroom and guys are standing at urinals. They would turn around and salute me. Like, guys, don't do that. But that's because I'm in a uniform, right? I still have the realities of not in a uniform, where I get pulled over. I've been asked, do I actually own my car? Did I steal my car? When I engage in conversation and I show my police credentials, I show my badge, the tenor changes quite drastically.
He is the university chaplain for NYU, executive director of the Islamic Center here, as well as chaplain for the New York City Police Department, working tirelessly to foster dialogue with people of other faiths in order to clarify misconceptions and encourage mutual education.
One day, I was asleep in my bed. One of my friends was staying over. He came into my room and he said, "Hey, the FBI is here." 2 agents came into my living room. I got them seated and I said, "What is it that you really want from me?" And they said, "Look, you're just too good to be true, and we want you to know that we're watching you." When I land on international flights, the announcement would go off, TSA's doing random checks, have your passports ready. Essentially, I was the random check. They'd then take me, escorted to a detaining room. I've seen women who are as old as my grandmother in detaining rooms being railed into by people because they can't speak English so well, while their 13-year-old grandsons are sitting and watching. When they would go through my belongings and they'd find my police credentials, if I was traveling on behalf of the State Department, they'd find my State Department paperwork, folders with big golden eagles embossed on them. They'd start asking me, "Why are we stopping you?" And I'd say to them, "Why do you think you're stopping me?" They say, "Look, man, you're young and you're male and you're Muslim, and those things don't go so well together right now." I've sat down with people like Pope Francis, the Dalai Lama. I've met with President Obama on multiple occasions, his senior staff. And these are the kind of things that happen to people like me with those connections. You gotta really think what's happening to people who don't have those connections and what their lives are like day to day. When my wife and I went to St. Lucia for our honeymoon, I said to her, "Don't get off the plane with me. You don't want to go through this." And she said, "No, you're my husband. I'm going to walk with you through everything." And when we got to the doorway, there was nobody there. We got to the baggage claim. I took my suitcases. We left the baggage claim and we're standing in the outside part of the airport. I hadn't seen that part of an airport in about 6 years. My wife starts joking around and she says to me, "You should have gotten married to me much sooner. Maybe you wouldn't have the problems you had before." And I responded by putting my head on her shoulder and just crying. The deeply entrenched racisms that exist in our country have to be addressed. And they have to be addressed not for the sake of any singular minority population, but really for the sake of all of us just as human beings. I really believe that things can change.